A very warm greetings to all the viewers of Live English with Dr. Swati. I'm here to discuss the second part of verb today. In my first video, I have discussed about transitive and intransitive. The two kinds of verb I have discussed. Now the third type is your auxiliary verbs. Now auxiliary verbs, before I'll start my lecture, I would like you all to please subscribe my channel and press bell icon button so that you may get the notification of my upcoming videos, and of course you can use them in your general content. So thank you for being there. And now I would like to talk about the auxiliaries. Now the auxiliaries is a third kinds of verb. First is transitive, second is intransitive, and third is auxiliaries. Now when you talk about this word auxiliaries verbs could be divided into two categories. One is primary auxiliaries and second is modal auxiliaries. So of course about modal auxiliaries I will be discussing in my next video, but here I will be discussing about auxiliaries because model auxiliaries need another lecture and I don't want to discuss much in one video. So here I will be discussing about auxiliaries which are primary. This have form. Now have form talks about has, have, had, and do form talks about do, does, and did. So we will be discussing them one by one. First I would like to talk about one very important thing which people often get confused. You must remember, students, that both primary verbs can be called helping verbs and main verbs. Main verbs are also known as finite verbs. So we will be discussing them. For example, if I say, example is here, it goes like this. If I say he is a teacher of English, he is a teacher of English, here is working as a main verb. But when I say she is teaching English, she is teaching English. So here is working as a helping verb. So you just have to understand the difference, how that particular is main verb or how it becomes an helping verb. So it is important to note. You must understand that be words talks about continuous tenses. Now tenses are something you must need to understand. For an auxiliary verb, all tenses, mood and voice and other verbs are reflected. We can be used to form the tenses, moods, voice, other verbs. Then when you talk about be form of verb, they are used in continuous tenses like he is working, I was writing. Okay, you must also need to understand that be form is used for perfect infinitive to indicate an arrangement that was made but not carried out. Like you can say there were to have been married. They were have been married last month but had to postpone the marriage until June. But had to postpone the marriage until June. So I said they were to have been married. So you just need to understand that we are talking about a perfect infinitive to indicate an arrangement that was made but not carried out. You must also remember one more important thing, कि your be form indicate a plan, arrangement or agreement. Plan, arrangement or agreement, like I am to see him tomorrow. I am to see him tomorrow. It even donates a command when you have to make a command, like mother says you are to go to market at once. You are to go to market at once. And when we talk about have form, has, have, had, then they talk about perfect tense. In order to form a perfect tenses, we make use of has, like he has worked, he has been working, he had worked. Okay, so has, have, had, and they even used to indicate obligations with the help of an infinitive. Infinitive is to. I have to be there by 5 o'clock. I have to be there by 5 o'clock. You must understand कि when you talk about some comparing is there, some habit, some permanent state, or some comparing is taking place. In that case also we make use of have form, like with the in a question form or in a negative way, like I have not go to school today. I have not go to school today. Or you can say, have you to get up early tomorrow morning? Have you to get up early tomorrow morning? So in this case, like in order to form a question or in order to form a negative sentence, we make use of have as well. Now the second next important thing is do, does, and did. Now if I talk about the first question which I have said in a negative way, like I have said, I have not go to school today. I can even use it with the do not. Now when do not is used, I do not have to go to school on Sunday. I can even say it like this if I don't want to use the word have not. So I can say I do not have to go to school on Sunday. And generally we say it like this, I do not have to go to school on Sunday. But even when I say I have not go to school today, it is even correct. Both the things are correct. And in the same way, for a particular occasion, when I said in a question form, have you to get up early tomorrow morning, like if I say have you to get up early tomorrow morning, I can even say with the do you have to get up early? Do you have to get up early? It shows the person has a habit of getting up early, or it's a rule to get up early in the morning. And then you must remember, when we use do talks about negative and interrogative things. It talks about simple past and simple present. Like you say, he does not work, he did not work. Does he work? Did he work? So pay heed. He does not work, he did not work. Does he work or did he work? So these kind of sentences. Then in order to avoid repetition, if you don't want to repeat something again, you make use of do. Like, do you know him? Yes, I do. Okay. She sings well. Yes, she does. So generally, with I we use do, but with he and she we do use does. You met him, did not you? You met him, did not you? So these are the few questions I am repeating for you. Do you know him? She sings well. Yes, she does. Okay. You met him, did not you? Yes, him. No, I did not met him. So this is how you are going to talk about. Then one more important thing you have to understand, कि do is used to emphasize affirmative nature, some affirmative nature, or a statement, like you say, you do look pale. You do look pale, unwell. Okay. Or you can, in order to make a imperative sentence, like a request or invitation, or you have to convince somebody, so that case even we make use of do. Like, do be quiet, do be quiet. So like you just have to understand कि in order to make a imperative sentence, some request, some invitation, some kind of persuasion, we make use of do. In order to emphasize a statement or a nature, we use do. In order to avoid repetition, we use do. Or in order to form a present simple or past simple tense, we make use of do. So here are few important points which I have discussed. I will be continuing your verb lectures in my next video, and hope you will enjoy it, you will learn something from it. And please don't forget to comment me, don't forget to send me your feedback. I will be waiting and working out for my next content. So thank you. Stay with me and live English with Dr. Swati.